this is Sonia from A Happy Space, just popping on to help you set up for this month memory verse. This month we are memorizing all about the peace we get from Jesus and from God, and it's not the peace we get from the world. So it's 4 beautiful verses we are memorizing. So if you haven't picked up my memory verse bundle yet, I will link it down here below. Go ahead, you've got still time. Tomorrow we start memorizing it. And if you haven't picked up my free printable where you make yourself this little box and the practice sheet you get with that, go and get that also. Yet again, I will leave all the details down below. So using the beginning of the month, I cut all my verses up and I put it here at the back. So this week we are going to memorize Isaiah 26 verse 3. It says, "You keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts in you." And this is such a beautiful verse, especially such a beautiful verse to know, especially to remind ourselves that when we get perfect peace is when we stay and meditate and keep our minds on him. So basically, let me help you set up. If you join us this month for the first time, this is the verse you're going to keep busy practicing the whole week, every day, whatever method you decide to do. If you're an aesthetic learner, visual learner, writing out whatever the way you learn and memorize, this is where you're going to focus on. So you're going to put that behind your daily verse because that's that verse you're going to concentrate on daily. So if you join us this month or this week, that's the only thing you're going to do. If you joined us previously, obviously your daily verse, which you have behind daily, it could be the same than me, it could be something else also. You're going to move on to the even days. Now that means you're going to practice this verse on the even days of the month, the 2nd, the 4th, the 6th. Then you're going to move your even day and you're going to move it under the odd. So that means you're going to practice this, the old even day, you're going to move on to the odd days. That means you're going to practice on the 3rd, 5th or 7th. And then you take your old odd day and then you're going to, what you can do is, or you can choose any verse you think you are, you know very well, and you can move it into the monthly section. So that means you can practice it once a month. Or you can follow my system. I just go back and forth during this section, between the section, and then I just move it into the monthly. So last time we've moved Thursday. So now this time I'm going to move the Friday one into the monthly section and use my put my old odd verse down there. So now I'm just looking for the next available slot in my monthly section. But so for you who has been coming along with us from the beginning of the year, we are slowly but surely filling up this box. I'm sure by the end of the year we might be able to fill this box up to the end. So the next available slot we have is behind the 28th. So if it's the 28th of the month, this is the verse you're going to practice, or whatever verse you have behind it. So just to recap, your daily verse, you practice on a daily basis. When it's an even day of the a month, you practice this one, or you go over it, revise it. If it's an odd day of the month, you revise this. And if it is Monday, like tomorrow, you practice the one which is behind Monday. And I think tomorrow is the 9th. Yeah, the 9th. We're starting the 9th of this. So then you go to behind the 9th and you see what is behind the 9th. It might be the same with me, it might not be. And then you just practice that. So basically you've got more or less 4 verses. 1 you zone in and practice, and 3 you revise. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I'm happy practicing. I hope it's a blessing for you. And then I'll speak to you on Wednesday when we're going to meditate on this verse. So what I usually do, I've got this book. It's just a sort of a book I buy in a local craft shop. And then I just print everything out here. So in the beginning of the month, I put an overview, make an overview page just to remind me of this is the verses we've done. Set a scene, use my ephemera, which is part of the memory verse bundle. And then this is part of the free printable with this little box. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to write there Isaiah 26 verse 3, I think. Is it? Yeah, 3. And then I'm going to practice it like I do it always every week. I practice my verses. I highlight it, make little pictures with it like a sun and shield like last week's. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And on Wednesday, we are meditating on it, where we're going to fill this whole meditation sheet in. I do a little bit of a study on it, so please join us for that on my YouTube channel. So happy practicing, and I hope it goes well. God bless. Bye-bye.